Fantastic Four: First Steps has arrived in theaters completely different from what everyone was expecting. This is a film that breaks away from that typical Marvel formula, bringing a more cinematic drama with a world that has an aesthetic that truly stands out from every other MCU film. It's something totally unique. First Steps might just be the most visually stunning Marvel movie in terms of pure design. I think this review is the perfect moment to talk about exactly that, to discuss the film's tone and approach. Let's dive into this more cinematic analysis of Fantastic Four together. I'm going to be completely honest here because there's so much great stuff to unpack. The golden age of the MCU is making a comeback. The first thing I want to tell you about Fantastic Four: First Steps is exactly what I was just mentioning at the start of this video. This is not your typical formulaic Marvel superhero movie packed with constant action and comedy. This film has a completely different pacing. I've seen some people saying they fell asleep during the movie. Obviously, that's not the film's fault, but I think it makes sense that some people might say that, because this isn't the type of movie that's constantly trying to keep you awake with non-stop action and a joke every 5 seconds to make everyone laugh. That's not what this is. This film is a bit denser, more focused on dialogue. And the dialogue is excellent. Absolutely excellent dialogue. This movie falls much more into the drama and science fiction genres, though obviously within the superhero subgenre context. And honestly, those are the two core elements of the Fantastic Four. The Fantastic Four is about family drama and science fiction adventure. Those are the two pillars. Family drama, science fiction adventure. Perfect. It's authentic, it's true to the source material. Even the action sequences maintain this strong core identity. You've got Sue giving birth, the spaceship escape sequence, the wormhole, all happening simultaneously. What an incredible experience. This is what Fantastic Four should be. I was completely blown away. I was absolutely amazed. Everyone with me in the theater was really enjoying it. And that's why Reed is so important. He's the character who unlocks all the science fiction elements for the team, for the quartet. And the film gets this right. Reed always plays a crucial role in the Fantastic Four's actions and plans, even without being the protagonist of the film's drama. Do you see what I mean? Remember, drama and science fiction. The drama is left to Sue and the other emotional storylines, but the science fiction belongs to him. He still needs to be the protagonist of the film's scientific elements. So can you understand what I'm getting at? This is a film that successfully captures the essence of Fantastic Four stories while also capturing the essence of each individual character. I'd never seen this done properly before in the other Fantastic Four films. Reed the brilliant mind, the genius. Sue the nurturing mother figure. Ben that guy from the streets, from Yancey Street, down to earth and relatable. Johnny the adventurous playboy. See how perfectly balanced that is? All those things people were saying about the film before it premiered online, that Sue was going to be the leader, that Johnny would be mischaracterized, that Reed wouldn't take charge to solve problems, that the film was going to be this or that, none of that happened. None of it. People need to disconnect from that kind of speculation because too many content creators try to generate material based on those theories, precisely because they can get views from that kind of controversy. But listen, you have to turn off that part of your brain and just watch the movie for yourself. Hey everyone, if you're loving this honest breakdown, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tell me in the comments what country or region you're watching from. I love connecting with fans all around the globe. The quartet's dynamic is exactly the same as in the comics. Exactly the same. And that's why the film has so much screen time without action, because a lot of things need to be resolved inside the Baxter building. First, because Reed and Sue are going to have a baby in the film. So there's a lot of domestic drama happening at home. They're going to have a child. And then there's all the scientific work in the Baxter building laboratory. The mysteries, Reed's discoveries, the collaboration between the Fantastic Four members with the rest of the world, because this is a film that breathes Fantastic Four. It's an alternate universe. They bring back all that positivity from the 1960s, that sense of community, of everyone working together for the common good, while maintaining that retrofuturistic aesthetic from the 60s. The film takes time to show you this aesthetic. There are long kitchen scenes, and the focus of these scenes is precisely the dialogue between the family members. There's family drama being developed, but at the same time you're getting immersed in the environment. Everything is different. The way the cabinets open, how you flip the kitchen light switch, how the house's mobility systems work, the objects, even a pregnancy test, everything is different, everything is retrofuturistic, everything has detailed, innovative design. And HERBIE is constantly making modifications to the house, and he's a real robot that actually exists. It's practical effects, not CGI. Were you going to say the CGI looks bad? Tell the truth. There's always some production detail happening in the environment. It's always beautiful to see, especially for those who appreciate the cinematic approach. For those who love this stuff, it's an absolute feast. In terms of art direction and production design, this film easily competes to be one of Marvel's most beautiful and well-crafted movies. Easily. This film is Marvel's statement to us, saying, "Look, we got the message." We're not going to focus on lazy CGI with nanotechnology anymore, making everything appear out of thin air. We're going to create a unique visual identity and use lots of practical effects. That's what it tells us. It was everything we asked for. Do you see? We really wanted this. So in visual terms, this was everything we'd been asking Marvel for years, and Marvel delivered. They finally listened and did an amazing job. Beyond the fact that this is a much more serious film than typical Marvel formula movies, or even more serious than the recent Superman film, for example, this film is much more grounded. The Superman movie always has a joke happening, a funny situation. It's a much lighter film. In Fantastic Four, you get the same kind of positivity that the Superman film conveyed, which is that innocent positivity from the 60s and 40s, from the era when these characters were created. It's an era when the world was more positive, more romantic. A time when people united as communities for the common good to defeat the forces of evil. Fantastic Four has that too. It's even a film that pays homage to the classic comics of these characters, those bizarre adventures they faced in the early issues. There's Reed fighting with a monkey and everything. They probably cut most of that scene, but it's there. But none of this is used as comic relief. In other films they use this stuff to make jokes. All of this in Fantastic Four, first steps is world building, it's universe construction. It's obvious. So in practice, it's a film that takes itself much more seriously. There's no silly jokes, no dumb one-liners, it's not trying to be funny, it's not your standard Marvel comedy film. Those James Gunn-style movies with tons of comedy, this is a different approach. So we need to understand that going in. When it gets to the cosmic parts, Galactus, Silver Surfer, you'll be absolutely speechless. They make you speechless. The entire world goes silent, the whole quartet. And the design of the alien technologies from Galactus, his ship, his armor itself, I think creates a fantastic contrast with the retrofuturistic Earth, a good contrast. The kind of shock you want to see when you have something genuinely alien arriving on Earth. Michael Giacchino's soundtrack also brings that atmosphere to all these different scenes and fantastic environments. All the actors are excellent in the film. All of them. Even Reed Richards, played by Pedro Pascal, who, let's be honest, is a bit oversaturated in the industry right now. The guy could play a lampshade at this point. He's in everything. And even so, I was still able to turn off that part of my brain that was saying, that's Pedro Pascal, and actually see Reed Richards in his performance. Because even though we're already tired of seeing Pedro Pascal everywhere, doing everything, appearing in every project, you can't deny that the guy isn't a good actor. He's an incredibly talented actor. Now his elastic powers were significantly nerfed compared to the comics. When it comes to powers, there were some limitations, not just for Reed, but that's something we'll discuss better in the spoiler analysis. This video was more about bringing you my spoiler-free review of the film. And without spoilers, I can tell you this is a really good movie. It's a fantastic film. It's the movie that brings us the definitive Fantastic Four. It's the live-action Fantastic Four that came closest to the personalities of the characters in the comics. In the comics, they finally fixed that terrible Cloud version of Galactus from before. That ugly Cloud Galactus was like a joke, honestly. I loved this film immensely. But that's just my opinion, honestly. My personal opinion. I really want to know your thoughts in the comments below. Tell me, from 0 to 10, what did you think of this film? From 0 to 10, what's your hype level for watching this movie? Does my opinion carry any weight in what you're thinking? Either way, I strongly suggest you watch it and draw your own conclusions. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm reading everything. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell because it's really important that you're here with us. I'm going to bring more analysis, especially about the impact this will have on the future of the MCU. So you need to be here with notifications on, or you'll miss what's coming next. Thanks everyone, until next time.